Before I get started, let me just say I hope that I'm in focus, and I hope that I hope that you can see well the lighting's good, because I don't have contacts in right now and I can't see anything. So I had to take my glasses off because the lights are glaring so bad. So I apologize. I'm hoping that I am in focus. Fingers crossed. So if you did not see my last two videos, I'm going to put links to those videos in cards above. They were for my Christmas tree decorating video, and they were also for my 2022 Advent calendar. So thank you to everybody that's watched both of those videos. So if you watched my Advent calendar video, I did talk about my next video was going to be basically why you are not seeing Disney. Why are you not seeing my Disney tree? Why am I not mentioning Disney? And all of that. And it's kind of a very complicated question. And I did talk about this in a just TikTok and Reel for Instagram this summer. It was very, I forgot I didn't share it on YouTube. It was, I guess, a very detailed video, and it kind of went into several different things, and that's what I'm going to do today. So it may appear all over the place because I have nothing written down. I am just going to talk from the heart and kind of explain 2022, my feelings, why I'm not addressing the Disney stuff anymore, and etc. So we're going to start at the end of 2021 going into 2022. So I did go to Disney at the end of 2021, like the day after Christmas, until January 2nd. It was basically a family vacation and hey, Kristin's turning 40 celebration, because January 1st was my 40th birthday. Now, if you've been here for a long period of time, you might know that 2 years previously, we had taken a Disney trip as well. So we went before the whole, I'm gonna call it video. Y'all know what I'm talking about. The 2020 video, we're gonna call it that because YouTube will flag me if I call it anything else. So we went before that. We went the same time period in 2019, 2020, okay? Then we went 2021, 2022. Two totally different experiences. And I will tell you, even though I felt like our vacation, this last vacation was more relaxing, I felt like that they took away the magic. And y'all, I understand the whole face coverings, and I understand the everything around the video. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Everything around that. Understand that. But it wasn't even those things that bothered me. It cost so much more money, and y'all, I didn't even write down this last time how much money it cost to go. It cost us like $6,500 to go in 2019. It seemed like it was even more than that this last go round. And I will tell you that if I hadn't have paid for that vacation ahead of time, we would have canceled it before we even went. Because as y'all know, prices were starting to go up. You know, things were already starting to get tight, but everything was already set, so we went ahead and went. It's just, they completely took all the magic out of it. The cast members were not friendly. And I've talked about my reaction after going, I think at the beginning of this year. But I didn't really go into too much detail, but it just really turned me off. I had a cast member in the front of Haunted Mansion scream at me because I went under a rope. And it was to the point of one rope. My husband was standing right in the rope. My entire family, I had stepped off to like use the bathroom or something. So, and it was completely a madhouse. They had let, they had to be over max capacity. And I was gonna go right under the rope, not two ropes, one, to get to my husband. And I hear somebody screaming, "You're not allowed to go under the rope." I turn around and this cast member is screaming at me, and he's not right beside me. He's like a good bit away, and everybody stares and looks at me, and I'm like, I'm sorry. And that kind of summarized the entire experience for me with the cast members. And I'm not saying that every cast member was like this, but I just felt like it was not nearly as friendly as it was before. Everything was more expensive. Like most of your food had to be ordered by your phone. It was just overall just not the best that I felt like. I'm like, I've spent all this money and the rides were breaking down. We rope dropped for the Star Wars ride. And, you know, we got up at like 4 in the morning, got there, you know, 30 minutes, 45 minutes. And I do have a Disney vlog that if you want to see all the madness, I did film it. I will link that in a card above. So we got there before it's opened, all that. We stayed at a resort, so we got in extra early. We get up there, and y'all, just because we rope dropped doesn't mean we got right on the ride. So we're still going around 30, 45 minutes. We get in there right past the stormtroopers, and people start backing up and walking out. I'm like, what is going on? So the ride broke down, and they had to give all of us in a line a basically fast pass to come back through and ride the ride again. But you didn't know when the ride was going to be up and running again, or if it would be up and running that day. So we had to continuously watch it to make sure that, hey, it wasn't open yet. And then when it was open, we did a mad dash across Hollywood Studios to get to it. Then the next day we went to Epcot, and we checked the My Disney Experience app, and the ride was backed up for like 6 hours because it had broke down like all morning. So there was literally, it said, a 6-hour wait to get on this ride. Then the Ratatouille ride was never opened. It was broken the entire time. The Frozen ride was broken. We didn't get to ride that. We didn't even get to step foot in a line because it was broken several different times. Overall, I just felt like, I don't know where Disney is spending their money, but on the theme park experience, they are not spending the money there. And for me and my family to spend, you know, that hard-earned money to go there, it was very depressing. Very depressing, to say the least, to the point of we don't know if we will go back until some things change. So that's kind of where it started, the whole Disney, I need to take a step back thing. Because y'all know, I was Disney, Disney, Disney. And that comes the next thing. I turned 40. And I was not prepared for it because, y'all, it's a number. I'm 40. Okay, you're 40. That's just a number. But then after that, I started to feel this, like I was losing my identity. And, you know, you hear that all the time, and you're like, man, that's just so cliche or whatever. Like, really, did you? They're just being dramatic. But no, I really did. And, I think as a mom, sometimes we get so wrapped up in everybody else that we forget about us. So my husband and I were trying to go somewhere. It's like May of this year. And I go in my closet, and y'all, it was like somebody punched me in the face when I walked into the closet. No joke. I stand, and we're trying to go somewhere like nice, so I have to dress up. And I look in my closet, and I'm like, Disney shirt, Disney shirt, Disney. The entire closet, from sweatshirts to hanging up clothes, were nothing but jeans and Disney. So it was like the same Bella Canvas shirt from different small shops in different Disney themes. And I'm like, I don't have any clothes. Because I had literally, since 2019, only bought Disney shirts. And it was very, very depressing. And I stepped out of my closet and I was like, I don't even know where to begin. Like, what type of clothes do I like? And I used to be a real big fashion person. I was actually going to major in fashion merchandising when I went to college. I seriously have a minor in it because I changed my major my senior year to marketing. So I had already done an internship with Macy's and all of that, and decided to change course of my career. So to say that 15 years later, from that person, I have gone from the only thing hanging in my closet are Disney shirts. It was like a huge gut punch to me. Like, what have I done? I don't know what I like. I don't know what looks good on me. I don't know anything. And that was literally how I felt. I don't know anything. So I took some time after that and I removed all of the Disney items from my closet. I think I may have 2 or 3 sweatshirts left. The other sweatshirts and t-shirts I moved to either the attic in a box, or they are my sleeping shirts, because as y'all know, I know I've told you many times, I sleep in a t-shirt and a sweatshirt. So all those things got moved to my sleeping apparel. I look really flashy, let me tell you, when I sleep. So that's basically where the whole Disney thing has gone. So I have had to slowly buy new clothes, you know, as I see sales and as I see things that I like. And I have slowly moved the Disney out of my home, out of my closet, and everything. And I do have a ton of Disney in the office. I will never stop liking Up, because I just feel like that relates to me and my husband so much. So over here, I've got a whole Up section. I've got Up stuff up here. So that'll stay. I love that. I still hold that really dear. Alice in Wonderland, I really hold that really dear. Mary Poppins. So all of that stuff is in my office. I will do an office tour eventually when I get this place really picked up. I'm still in a pick it up, get it together type situation right now, because I up and decided a few months ago that I was going to rearrange the office. Love it so much better, but it's still a hot mess. So that's basically where the Disney has gone. I have only been identified as, oh, she loves Disney. And there's so much more to me than that. And I just feel like I kind of got lost in all of it. And I think that's really easy to do, and you don't even realize it until you kind of step back from the situation and go, hold up, I've gone really overboard. So that's basically the whole picture of what has happened. So 2022 has been really difficult, I will say, in the journey of myself. It's like I hit 40 and then all of a sudden my skin looks dull. I've got extra weight on that I'm struggling to get off. Sometimes I just feel frumpy in my clothes, and I don't know. Somebody told me that maybe it could be due to me having the partial hysterectomy 2 years ago, that they've heard that sometimes it's hard to lose the extra pounds once you have a partial hysterectomy, meaning I still have my ovaries. But I don't know. But it's been a really rocky, emotional year for me, and one that I didn't plan on having to go through. I didn't plan on having some mental breakdowns and realizing that I've lost myself in the process. And like I was saying, sometimes I think that we get so wrapped up in being a parent that we lose sight of ourselves. And I think that is what kind of happened to me. And as y'all know, I've talked about this in videos. Did I talk about this? I don't think this was kind of part of it. Yes, this is the major thing too. My husband and I, the whole school year of 2021-2022 was rough, because I sat down at the end of the school year, and probably in April or May, and realized that we had not had a single day or a weekend to where we did not do anything. And that was around the same time that I went to the closet, looked in my closet, and all I saw were the Disney shirts. And now that you sit and now that I sit and I think about it, it's really hard to think that you went a solid year with either having cheer practice, track practice. Derek had football, taekwondo, soccer. My husband had games. On the weekends, on Sunday, my daughter had cheer practice every single Sunday. And on Saturdays, we were either at football games for Derek, or soccer games for Derek, or taekwondo tournaments for Derek. When I tell you there was no time period, no weekend, none, not one weekend, the whole school year of 2021, 2022, where we had a day off, I'm not exaggerating at all. Not exaggerating at all. So that was a huge thing to me to realize that at the same time. I was physically, emotionally, mentally exhausted. And then after realizing that, going to your closet and going, all I have are Disney shirts. Because you haven't focused on yourself because you've been so busy with everything else. And then on top of that, my shop. And all of this I'm trying to, and that's why I had to step away from YouTube. I didn't have time. I did not have one day where I could pick up a camera and film anything for y'all. Every single day was something. And then my shop was running on basically fumes. So at the end of April or beginning in May, when Kate came to us and told us she didn't want to do competitive cheer anymore, it was one of those, I don't know what to do with myself. I've got extra time. Because we literally spent 3 to 4 days a week at practices. And it's 30 minutes away. So 30 minutes there to take her, 30 minutes home. So there was literally days where I would drive her to cheer practice, come home for an hour, work on shop stuff, drive back and pick her up, and then come home. So that's 2 hours that I've spent on the road and then trying to do shop stuff in between all of that. So I had a moment to where I did cry because she's done it since she was 6. And at this point, she's 13. So I didn't know anything else. But it has been the biggest blessing because she's been happier. She's had more time to do other things. She does volleyball, but it's like right around the corner and it doesn't take up nearly as much time. She has practices after school and then during school, and I'm not on the road every day or 4 days a week. So it has really been a huge blessing. It has allowed me to get ahead on my shop stuff, to get orders out faster, and to now pick up this camera for y'all and film videos. So that's kind of, I know that's a lot in one video, but you guys, my reasoning for the why am I not doing Disney anymore, it's a very intertwined thing. It goes along with those trips, turning 40, being so exhausted, and then realizing that that's all I had and my identity was so much more than being, hey, that's the Disney girl. I'm just tired of being that, and there's more to me than Disney. So I'm trying to take a different path. So I'm sure you have questions. If you have questions for me, leave those in the comments below because I would love to do a second video over this. Y'all, one question could really spin a whole series of videos for me, and I'm trying to fill Vlogmas spots right now. So if you have any questions about any of this, do not hesitate to ask that in the comments below. I know I've been all over the place. So I hope you've enjoyed this. I hope it makes sense. I hope you give it a big thumbs up. By giving my videos a thumbs up, it shows YouTube you're engaged and you like my content, which means they'll start suggesting it and recommending it to more people, which means our community will grow and will continue to spread positivity. Also, I hope you hit that red subscribe button to become a part of our community and our mission to get organized on a budget and with a plan together. I hope you guys have a blessed weekend. Until next time, bye you guys.